that vehicle, being searched by Precinct 4. We're going to go to that video now, and we're going to keep you on top of this one. When we have more information, we're going to bring it to you. Let's head back to the studio.
All right, Andy, thanks so much. And as you mentioned, we do have another crew there on the ground. Let's go live right now to Eyewitness News reporter Adela Uchida with more details. Adela?
Melanie, we are here in the parking lot at the corner of Spring Cypress and Kirkendall, and right behind me was where the vehicle was. It was towed away just moments ago. What we're hearing right now is that the search for that third suspect is discontinued unless law enforcement gets more information. Now, we have a little bit of video from earlier, and I'll tell you what has happened. 2 suspects have been arrested. It all started this morning when homes in a nearby subdivision were burglarized. Now, Precinct 4 was looking for the burglary suspects. Turned out a dog bit the first of the suspects to be captured. He was arrested. Now, the subdivision was then placed on lockdown with law enforcement checking vehicles going in and out, opening up the trunks, looking in the back seats. And then about an hour later, they got a call reporting a suspicious person trying to jump over the fence. Precinct 4 responded. They found the second burglary suspect hiding behind a rose bush. He, too, was taken into custody. Again, the subdivision was locked down, but they have discontinued the search for that third suspect right now. Also earlier, Trinity Lutheran, a private school, was locked down. And we are hearing, too, that the car that was towed away, apparently the suspect's car, was reported stolen out of Galveston. It, too, towed away just moments ago. And we are working to bring you more information. We'll bring it to you as soon as we have it. Live at Spring Cypress in Kirkendall, Adela Uchida, 13 Eyewitness News.
And I want to get you caught up also on another developing story, this traffic alert we have for you. These are the westbound lanes of the North Loop via our TransStar jam cams. Now, information into our newsroom is that the Houston Fire Department got a call of a person in a vehicle having a heart attack. A crash ensued after that. The westbound lanes here were shut down for a long time. They've now got 2 lanes opened up, and at some point a tow truck there on the scene is about to take off that 18-wheeler.
Well, a manhunt continues at this hour for a prisoner who escaped from the Montgomery County Jail. Authorities say he somehow managed to scale a wall around the prison, and they also believe he had help getting out. Eyewitness News reporter Christine Dobbin is live with the latest developments. Christine?
Melanie, it's been a very busy day here in Conroe as sheriff's deputies have continued to look for this man. They have concentrated their search near the jail. We're about a mile from there right now. There's a lot of wooded areas around, pretty thick in this area, and they have spent the day here. They tell us they are not sure if he is armed, but they say he should be considered dangerous. A warrant has been issued for 40-year-old Britt Privet for escaping custody. This started around 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon when they say he scaled the wall at the Montgomery County Jail with the assistance of inmates. They found his jail uniform on the rooftop of the jail. He was being held on aggravated robbery charges. They say they have had no positive sightings of him so far. However, there was a report earlier today of a man wearing boxer shorts and a long-sleeve shirt in this area.
The area just south of us is a residential area. It's an older residential area, but it does have pockets of parks and pockets of woods. So it does create a problem to get through. We've used some four-wheelers. Of course, we've got our various canines.
And they have been focusing their search about 2 miles south of the jail, and then as tips come in, they are going to certain areas. He does have ties to Sugar Land, Walker, and San Jacinto counties, and also North Carolina. They're also interviewing many of the inmates and say they expect charges on 2 or 3 of them for facilitating an escape. Reporting live in Conroe, Christine Dobbin, 13 Eyewitness News.
A Houston police officer is recovering right now after being shot during a traffic stop. And now we're hearing from his family, who is thankful another officer was there to save his life. It all happened at Saddle Rock and Sweetwater. Eyewitness News reporter Maya Shea is live at the Texas Medical Center where the injured officer is recovering with the latest. Maya?
Well, Officer Wes Fikes is in good condition, recovering from gunshot wounds to both of his arms. But what happened in North Houston earlier today for his family, that's just beginning to sink in. This all started around midnight when Officer Fikes and his partner were on routine patrol in North Houston. They spotted a car driving erratically. When they tried to pull that car over, that's when things got hairy. The man driving the car, Jared Alvarez, got stuck in a cul-de-sac, and police say that's when he fired at Officer Fikes. Fikes' partner returned fire, hitting and killing Alvarez. has. Now, the church where Officer Fikes used to work as a youth minister, as well as Fikes' own family, all heard about this news very quickly, and they say they are praying for his quick recovery.
That's what he wanted to do, and he's got a passion for helping people, and so we kind of trust that if he's doing what God wants him to do, that he's going to be taken care of. So it's working out so far.
In fact, family members tell me they are very grateful from the support from the police department, as well as the visit from Mayor Anise Parker at the hospital earlier today. We're live at the medical center. Maya Shea, 13 Eyewitness News.
And Mayor Anise Parker says this should serve as an example to citizens as to why officers are always on heightened alert during traffic stops.
There is no such thing as a routine traffic stop. The officer does not know who's in that car. And particularly at night, little visibility, it's a situation that causes heightened anxiety.
The mayor also said this is the reason two-man patrols are so important, especially at night.
Well, Child Protective Services is now caring for a child who was left behind by a woman during a bizarre chase. Deputies were checking on a woman who was walking along Highway 242 at 1485. As they arrived, she took off running and left the child behind. Authorities chased that woman to a nearby creek where she had some type of medical emergency, and she had to be lifted out on a stretcher by a fire truck. She is now being treated at the hospital. The child was not hurt, and as we say, is with CPS.
Investigators are searching for a motive in a family tragedy on the west side of town. This morning, the sheriff's office received a call from a man saying he'd killed his wife. When deputies arrived, they found both the wife and husband dead. Authorities think it was a murder-suicide. Two children, ages 1 and 4, were found in the home unharmed.
Well, new at 5, a crime tracker alert. Metal thieves are getting more creative when it comes to stealing copper wire. Now they're pretending to be with the electric company, and it's left members of one church in the Acres Homes area in the dark. Eyewitness News reporter Damon Fernandez is live with their story. Damon?
Well, Melanie, members here at True Vine Holiness tell me those imposters or thieves first popped the locks on these utility boxes and then ripped out all of their electrical wiring.
It was another one of these boxes here. That box is gone.
True Vine Holiness is a small church in Acres Homes, and right now the pastors say they're dealing with a big theft problem.
All the copper wiring has been stripped.
The pastors told me church members discovered on Saturday thieves broke into their utility boxes sometime last week. The crooks cut and ripped out all the church's electrical wiring from the side of the building and from the rooftop.
It's still devastating to know that somebody will do a church.
Reverend Will Casey fought back tears as he talked to us about the damage the struggling church is left to repair and how it's left the entire building and sanctuary in the dark.
Don't care nothing about churches or houses. You're not safe no kind of way. We're living in a human jungle.
Neighbors told church members they saw two men wearing hard hats working outside the church last week.
They appear to be white, and there's two of them working together, and they're looking like they're legitimate.
Dr. Casey says witnesses claim the men were in a utility truck and wearing a Reliant badge, but a spokeswoman from the company tells Eyewitness News Reliant does not have crews that work in the field.
They will pay for it. In the long run, they will pay for it.
Now the church is trying to find a way to fix the damage so it can continue services next week. And right now, HPD's metal theft unit is investigating, and the church members here tell me they are working on a way to come up with the $2,500 it'll take to fix this mess. And coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, I'll have more information from police on how they say you can reduce the risk of becoming a victim of this type of crime. In Acres Homes, Damon Fernandez, 13 Eyewitness News.
All right.